Let me start out first. Good morning, House of Justice.
Good morning.
You know, I'd say it was good to be here, and it always is. But today we're here when we don't have to be. We shouldn't have to be here today other than the normal Saturday rally. Let me start out first. I saw, look, Bill and Shirlane are friends. Saw the New York Post. And again, they have sunk to the lowest possible level. The cartoon that was there yesterday, I'm still in shock. My wife is in shock. And my wife knows Bill and Shirlane also. And the first thing you think about is, my God, how could they do this to a family? How could they do this to their children? How could they do this? It isn't the first time. John pointed out the cartoon that displayed our president. My memory goes back. I remember the cartoon in 2001 that had Reverend Sharpton and Freddie Ferrer there also. This isn't the first time that we've seen something that offends us. Just as human beings. That's right. Just as decent people. Being offended again. Bill and Shirlane. And yeah, I believe that your family is supposed to be left out of campaigns. I've had my wife attacked, and there's nothing lower than that. Bill and Shirlane are great public servants. They're great New Yorkers. And while you won't get an apology from the Post, on behalf of good people in New York, I'm sorry that you've been dragged into this mud by this newspaper, because that was absolutely wrong. Second, what you've heard this morning, and look, I'm close to being last in a long number of speakers today. John Sampson and his comments. John in removing himself and showing this isn't about personality, it's about principle. John in saying, I'll take a step back so you can't use me as an excuse. He stepped up as the majority leader before, when others dropped the ball. And when everybody came to John and said, help us, and not as individuals, help the state, help New York State. And he stepped up and answered the call and helped New York State. He sacrificed and did what he didn't want to do. What he didn't want to do. And took on the weight. And the grief and the attention and everything that went with us, or went with it, and stood up for our state. And for what was progressive and right. And he got it done. And now he's taking a step back and doing what, again, is in the best interest of the state. John, again, is saying, it's not about me. It's about the rest of us. It's about what is right. So he's taking a step back. And all of us know it is the toughest thing to do is to relinquish power and put others before you put yourself. And John Sampson has done that. We've been brought together today by Reverend Sharpton, by Hazel Dukes, by Tamika, to bring our voices together, to stand up again for what is right, issues of principle. We heard so many of our senators speak today. You know something? I know that I want in leadership positions, I want Eric Adams' voice to be raised on my behalf in Albany. I know that I want Ruth Hassel Thompson's voice to be raised on my behalf in Albany in a position of power. I know I want Bill Perkins' voice to be raised on my behalf in a position of power in Albany. I know that I want progressive senators to be able to lead a fight that helps New York, that stands up and fights for housing, that fights for jobs, that fights for us. That's what I want. I want their voices in positions of authority in Albany, in the New York State Senate. And right now, because of a deal, their voices are being denied. Their opportunity to stand up and fight for us and get things done is being denied. James Sanders is going to Albany. I want his voice to be raised on my behalf. So many other progressive senators, those who will fight and do the best for New York City and New York State, I want their voices to be heard. So over the weeks to come, we have to make sure that we stand together, we bring others together to make sure that their voices and the voices of other progressive senators are heard in Albany, in leadership positions. So this isn't about party. It's not about petty personalities. It's about the people of the state of New York. It's about us. And that's why I want to see our people, I want to see those progressive senators in positions to be able to lead. So we need to make sure that the deal doesn't go unchallenged. We need to make sure that what is right occurs. And the only way we're going to do that is by standing together, by working together, and by bringing others on board to make sure we cannot be ignored. Again, thank you, Reverend, for bringing us together. Let's make sure, again, the House of Justice, we get this done. Let us take it from today and lead forward. Thank you.